Hello, welcome to Mart's Garage. I'm beginning to look at the door glass, the channels, all those sorts of things. In here, down in that gap there, see that hole at the top in the bracket? And down here, can you see a couple of pieces that are broken? Well, there's supposed to be a channel attached there. This is the channel. That's the top bit that's supposed to attach near the top. Well, duh. And this is the bottom bit where those two pieces are broken. So what I've got here is a little piece of plate with a threaded hole in it, which I'm going to weld into there, and I'm using that nut and bolt as a jack to hold it in the right place. I tried to squeeze it like that, but it just popped out. So I'm just going to weld that now, weld it there and weld it there, and then I've got to think about how to reattach this end of it. There's a couple of more channels that need repairs. These two channels go at the back of the door, and that piece there aligns with this. But on both of them, the top piece is broken. I've got one top piece which will get welded on to the one that it broke off from, and then I'll have to fabricate a copy of that and weld it onto the other one. And there's a screw hole there that goes into there. And you can see why it's cut away, because it has to miss that door thing there. I might have to shorten those bolts that are down there and this one here. I might have to shorten all these bolts, all these screws. They're a size that isn't very commonly available in the UK. 1224 UNC. So that needs welding on there. Make another one of these. I'll make another one before I weld it, so I've got the piece to copy. And I'm going to weld that there as well. Okay. I won't show you me welding it because you can't really film it. I'll get that sorted then and I'll bring you back in a bit. Hello. I've welded that nut on there. Not sure how I'm going to position, it. This hole here, I might have messed it up, but I've countersunk it. And what I've done up here, I've slipped a piece of wood up behind there. It's got a hole in it that I've pre-drilled. It's really awkward though, because you've got to reach right up inside the door. I managed to get the screw in, and it has worked. It has tightened into the wood. Now I need to locate. Can you see the broken piece? It's got to nestle in between there like that. Can you see there's a hole in it there? Look. I've got a long drill that will go through there and through the nut, and hopefully I might be able to drill through from this side. I've made some progress. I've got that piece in. It's got a screw at the top. It is tight. I'll give it a couple of more turns. It has gone tight, so that's good. And I've got it in at the bottom with a screw through from there. I'll find one that isn't quite so chewed up. That's not bad, really. You got to do what you got to do. I couldn't think of any other way to do it. This one's still in place, luckily, but I need to just get up there and dust it out. Really awkward working inside there, but anyway, that'll dust out, won't it, with a little wire brush. Okay, right, not a massive thing, but just one of those silly little things. There's my template for my glass. I don't know if it needs to be very, very slightly taller. I don't know. I made that some time ago. Since I made that, I found my LeBaron Bonney channel kit that I bought when I bought the car. So I've got that one, and I've got another one for the front. I'll do a test fit on both, and then if it works okay, I'll get 2 pieces of glass cut, 4 pieces of glass cut. Okay, righto, that'll do for now. Cheers then, bye. Hello. I haven't done any filming today, so I thought I'd just get a little bit now. This is the window runner that was broken, and this is my setup, and I just welded it. I just gas welded it. It's a really poor design actually. It's very heavily compromised in that area there. You can see why they tend to fatigue and break. But I have welded it. I also have made a new end piece for the other one, and I'll show you that. Here's the new one. Rather, here's the one I made. This end of it is the same as that, and that end of it I've fabricated from new. Anyway, that's my repaired piece in place. I'll probably take it out and paint it before I go any further. I had to shorten the bolts in the lock. I'm going to shorten the bolts in the other lock and then try the original one on the other side. Yeah, I'll probably have to shorten that other screw as well, won't I? Okay, good time to stop as the neighbour's just fired his mower up. Okay, back in a bit. I can now concentrate on trying the window felts in and things like that. Okay. Righto, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Hello. It's amazing how quickly you can go from being relatively tidy to complete mayhem. I'm looking at glass, or rather I'm not looking at glass. I'd like to be looking at glass, but I haven't got any. All I have is this rather poor condition windscreen, or windshield if you prefer. It's quite bad. I've managed to remove these, which appear to have been welded there. You have to break the welds to get them off. The screws all broke, but I've got those off. And I've got these off as well, and the same applies. They're welded. They're welded. So you have to kind of chisel them and then bust them off. Amazingly, the screws that are in there came out because they're brass. I think all the screws are brass, to be honest, because they did break quite easily. Okay, I'll show you what I've done. You see this piece of yellow masonite? I think it's masonite. I cut this piece out, and that's my template for the rear window. I've made that, and there's the rear window garnish moulding. Here's my replacement front windscreen. I got this from Speedway some time ago when they used to put things up on eBay, and you could buy them from here. Just, you know, it cost a lot of money, extra you know, costs from shipping and import fees, you know, to pay somebody to import it. But nonetheless, here it is. I don't think I can buy that anymore in the same way. So I thought, oh, I've made a mistake, haven't I? I thought, oh, well, I'll make another template, but I can't because my piece of wood ain't big enough now. If I'd have thought about it, this piece that I've cut out, if I'd have cut it out this way, I could have made a new template there. But I've got the old glass there, which is cracked, so I don't want to reuse it, but I have got it, so I thought, well, I'll dismantle the frame instead and use the glass as the template. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, just bringing you up to date. The templates that I've got for the front and rear windows fit okay, and I'm going to go to the glass place and see if they can cut me some glass. But I suddenly realised I hadn't done the windscreen, so that's what I'm doing now. Okay, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Okay, 10 minutes later, there's my piece of glass. I've taped it there because there's a crack at that end, I don't want it to break. There's the frame in bits. Came apart quite easily. I just used a hammer, slid it on the glass, knocked the frame off. I don't know how easy it is for somebody to cut a shape like that, you know, that curve. We'll find out, won't we? Okay, right, I'll get all the templates together and get them down to the glass place and see what they say. Okay, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Hello, welcome back to Mart's garage. I've just started looking at my glass. I've taken these things, the window channel thing, and I've fitted one. This is a rear glass. That's the top, and the other side is the inside. So this is the one for that side over there. So I've got to put the thing on here the right way around. So that's the top, it's upside down. So this is the outside. So this is the outside. So I'll go and get the channel. I'll tell you what, I'll put a different pair of gloves on because there's nothing more annoying than watching a video when all the gloves are falling apart. I've taken one of these things, folded it in half, and got the glass resting there, so that's nicely supported yet padded. They're good, these workmates, for things like this. I'll go and get my next channel and put it. I thought what I'll do is put all the channels on first. As far as I understand, this is the inside and that's the outside. Might be completely wrong about that, but that's what I think it is. Right, so this is the outside, isn't it? So this has to go on that way around. I bought this tape, rubber tape. Well, rubber strip rather, not tape. So I'll cut a piece of that. I'm not an expert at this. I haven't put anything in there. This one that I've just done, this one down here, I put it on and it wasn't very tight, so I took it all off again and I hammered this down a little bit because I think it had gone all rusty and has spread. So I'm going to see what this one's like. Hopefully it'll be okay. Be trimmed off after. Went on okay, I think. The first one virtually just slipped on, so I had to hammer it a bit. Yeah, that's tight. That's alright. So I'll trim that now. Well, that feels like it's not on. No, it's not tight enough, look. Okay, fair enough. See, it wasn't tight enough. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. Take it off and hammer it a bit. I suppose I could have left that in actually, thinking about it. I understand the rubber should have like a lip that comes over, but I haven't got that. I know it looks a bit awkward having the handles at the back, but I prefer working, I don't know if you can see, down to the floor. I prefer working from this side, so I'm not having to work over the step like you do from that side. Okay, let's try this again. That's much firmer. Okay. There we are. Right, okay, good. Okay, good. Well, those are the two rears done. Well, I might as well do the fronts as well. The fronts are similar, but there's two things on the window, on the window lifter. I won't bother showing that because it's just the same process. Maybe I'll leave the camera rolling though, and you know, I'll speed it up after. Great. Okay, another glove required. Okay, that's 3 of the 4 done. So you really don't need to see me do the last one, do you? So I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Just to sort of clarify on this, you have to leave a small gap at the back and a big gap at the front because of the depth of the channel. This was a LeBaron Bonnie kit that I bought when I bought the car. I'm lucky that I bought it because they're no longer in business, which is a shame. If anything, this is marginally close on this side, but I think it'll be alright. I'll do the other one off camera then, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Okay, there are my glass units there. There's two there, one there, and one there. The last one went really quick. Yeah, I just, did it exactly like I'd done the others, so the more you do them, the quicker. And I pre-hammered the channel as well from experience of the others. Okay, right, so there we are. So I'm going to call it a day at that, because I've been out here quite a while, because I did all the repairing of the dashboard first. But I'll have another go tomorrow, and I'll probably do this side first because it's easiest access, and I'll have a go and see what I can do. Hello. I'm trying to fit the channels and things to my doors. These front ones appear to have gone on. You can see where the clips go into holes and slots and things. I had to stretch it down quite a bit to get it into the bottom. On this back one, I don't know if I'm doing it up the wrong way, I might be, but I'm really struggling to get the clips in. I think I might have it upside down, but I tried to stretch that and hook it over the top of there, but it looked like it was going to tear out of the strip. I was having to pull it so hard. Well, it's only a 1/4 inch short. So what I thought I might do is re-drill the hole at the bottom a little bit further up, so that it can just come a little bit further up and hook over a little bit more easily. I've got no experience of doing these, and this is a bit tight in the channel. Yeah, leave it with me and I'll come back in a little bit. Hello, here's my guide thing, slide thing, and I've filed that there. I might have gone a little bit too far. Here's the second one. I did that one slightly less, so I'm hoping that that will allow me to attach the channel without stretching it too much. Okay, I'll try and get it in place. Okay, well that was a real kind of struggle, but I did get it hooked over. It's really stretched even now with all that filing. I don't know if these may have shrunk over the years. Don't know. They were made by a company that were experts in their field, LeBaron Bonney, but every single one of them I've had to stretch to get on. These ones here were a struggle. That one over there was a struggle. Sorry, that one over there was a struggle. I haven't done that one yet at the back. This one was okay. This is a bit more stretchy than the others. What I'm interested now is, can I fit the glass? I haven't seen any videos on how to do this. Normally I hope that, I might see something on YouTube or something. Right, front glass this side. I'm going to go and wash my hands because they're a bit slippy. I've got something on my hands that's slippy, so I'm going to go and wash my hands. A couple of here as well. I broke a piece of glass once trying to fit it, so I'm a bit wary of making a mistake. I think it's got to go all the way down and then get engaged and come all the way up. That's better. I feel like I can grip it a bit better now. I'm doing this one first because it's the best access. It's a pain. It's not impossible. Well, I'm sure it's not impossible. They must have got them in there from the factory. Just don't know what I'm doing now, do I? I'm trying to have it slightly tilted and get it in the front, and then bring it down and try and get the back in, and then bring it up. Just put that in to stop it falling down. It's kind of in. I had it tilted to where it's narrower at the top. Went all the way in. I had to pull the channel back because I'd undone that screw. Then I got the back into the channel and then I brought it up. Okay, so now I need to attach the winder. There are the things. So I'm going to, hang on a minute, that's the wrong side. Oh, how have I done that? I put the wrong side in. I think it's the wrong side. That's the wrong side. Okay. Alright, okay, we'll treat that as a practice then. I don't know how I managed to do that. Okay, I'll get that one out and put another one in. That was easier, wasn't it? I've got the idea. You lower it down at a slight angle, bring it level, get it all the way back to here. The channel's here, you get it all the way back to there in the door so it can go into the front. Then you get it in the front where it's low, then you can get it into the back channel. Then you can slide it up. Not quite sure exactly what to do, but I need a winder handle, don't I? A winder handle. Let's have a look. I'm putting any grease on. It's moving quite freely. Let me just check where it's if it's located properly. Okay, that looks all right. It's in the felt. That looks all right in the felt. Okay. Okay, got that in. Okay, right. And relax. Amazingly, that bolt hole just lined up. I don't know if you're supposed to do it with the regulator already in. I think it's getting. I think it's getting a bit caught here, where this is sticking that way. But, you know, yeah. I haven't got any down stops on this. I've got to put the down stops on. So what I need to do is kind of get that to sit back a bit, don't I? Don't know how. But hey, at least I've got one piece of glass in. And it winds okay, and that's with no grease on it. I didn't want to put grease on until I was happy that it was kind of going to work. I think it's going to work. Hope it works. There's a piece of wood that goes here. There's a piece of wood that goes there. Maybe I'll put that in place. I didn't see me. I was just faffing about with that bit of rubber at the top there. It's not quite the right size, but that's my first window in, and it runs up and down. Pretty good, to be honest, considering it's nearly 100 years old. This needs to be glued in, trimmed and glued in, and I think that'll do a good job. Let's put the off of the thing in. Okay, well, you get the idea. It'll look alright, won't it? Bit colour jarring, but hey. Thanks a lot then. I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Hello. Well, there's my first of the side windows in. All the channels are in place. The rubber thing is in place at the top. The door opens okay. The garnish moulding is in. That one's loose. That's going to rattle. I need to shorten the screw on that one, because these are barrel nuts here, along here. There's 5 of them. There's one there. 5 all in all. And the screws are a little bit longer than the originals, so these are normal wood screws. As I said before, the good thing about wood screws is that they've never changed. So the ones the same size as original is still available, and these are stainless, so they should look nice. So that's okay. It does wind up and down. I need to put a bit of grease on the thing. That'll do. Nice. Go and put my elbow on there now. It winds up. Ooh, it takes a bit of effort. A little bit tight at the top, but it does go up. Just have to force it that last little bit. Door shuts okay. Slamsville. That was really difficult actually, getting that garnish moulding on. It didn't want to sit forward enough, so I had to take this thing here, this whatever it's called, and just clearance the front corner of the door. But yeah, I think it looks okay. It looks good. Let's just do something. The door's got a lot of weight to it now. Got a lot more weight to the car's going to be quite a bit heavier, isn't it? And top heavier, it has to be said, with the roof in and the windows in. There's been a hold up at the chromas for the windscreens. I'm hoping I might get it, well, I'm hoping I'll get it back in time. I don't really want to have to temporarily refit the old one. That'll be a pain. Yeah, I might work towards doing that, so I've got peace of mind. I'll carry on and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Hello, here's the back window. Yeah, it's, look, I don't know if I'm doing this right or wrong, but I've done it in a certain way. The forward window channel is previously attached. And what I had to do at the back was kind of have the glass in place and then slide the channel up behind it. It isn't attached. I think I've got to put like a tack in the top and a tack in the bottom, and the garnish will hold it in place. I've managed to get the winder engaged onto the channel thing down there, look, down there, here somewhere. And now I've got to go and find the screws to fix this on here. Okay, righto, back in a bit. Okay, I'm back inside the car. I decided to do this one a little bit different. I'd got this channel here, so I've decided to put a piece of channel along the top for the glass to go into. I decided I didn't really like that rubber stuff that I used here. There's some rubber up there, so I think I've got enough of this to do all the windows just at the top, so I might use that instead. But I'm quite happy with that. And what I did with that one up there, I put super glue on it and pushed it up with the glass and left it there. Then I carefully brought the glass down, and it stayed in place, and I've gone along and pushed it all into place, so that's stuck there. Pretty good. I got 2 pieces of glass in today. Oh, I haven't done a demo, have I? Okay, there we go. There's the window going up and down, look. That's as far as it goes. Below there's the stop there, look. There's the original factory stop there. It's best to just have it like that. To be honest, I don't ever intend to have any seats in the back anyway. But that's quite stable the way that's going up there, look. This one could have the garnish moulding on. I'll see if it fits and just put it in place. Because I don't think there's any reason to have to take this on and off again. Okay, yeah, good. Let's see if I can get the garnish in and then I'll call it a day. Back in a bit. It's the day after. I didn't put the thing on last night, the garnish moulding. Done another little bit. I don't know if you can see right in the end of that channel. I put a little screw in there, look. That's just to, in case that wants to start trying to slide up and down. Well, I don't think it will, but that's just in case. And I've screwed the garnish moulding on. And I've also put a couple of screws in there just to hold that on. They're normally riveted. That's actually not too bad. I've got some, it's actually insulating tape, but it's got like a cloth sort of finish on it. I might put a piece of black tape along the edge of the garnish moulding inside there, and just around there to hide that, to matte black it, just to make it look nicer. And I'll do the same there as well. I'm hoping to get my windscreen back soon, so 3 out of the 5 pieces of glass are in, and I've kind of you know, these have been a practice run, so hopefully I can do the other side. I'm not going to say easily, but at least with a little bit of pre-experience. Yeah, looking good. I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Just had a bit of a struggle. I started to fit this, and I noticed that the channel, this channel, is attached at the top, but it wasn't attached at the bottom. There's a screw there that I've just put in there, and I did what I did on the other side. I made a little block of wood that goes down the back, and there's a screw there. There's a screw just on the side there that stops a piece of wood from falling out. So there's a piece of wood in there, and that screw goes into the piece of wood. So now when I'm trying to fit the channel, the felt, it can hook into there. I don't know if I can show it, but can you see that I've got a pair of grips, long nose grips hooked on the bottom of the channel. I've just pulled down on them and then pushed, and I think I've hooked the fuzzy channel under the end of the metal channel. I think it's there. I felt round with my hand at the back. There's the end of the metal bracket. You can see that. The channel is now, I can can feel the bracket behind there. It's attached, so that's good, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that's in okay. And so that's well attached now. It's not going to go up or down. Oh, I've modified. Yeah, I've got to put that piece of channel in down there for the rear one, and then get this one in. Again, another one that's not easy. Okay, I'll bring you back in a bit. Put my channel in, and I've hooked the bottom end of this into that opening that I filed a bit to make it easier. You can see here where I've got to hook this hook over there, so this is going to be pulled up and hooked over that edge there. It's hooked over now. I found that I could actually lever against that little corner there and get the screwdriver like that and lift it up and push it in, so that, I think that will be okay. I don't know how these things here will affect me trying to fit the glass, because it wasn't too bad on the other side, but this door's got a bit more stuff in it, like this cross brace for instance. I filmed that side, so I won't bother filming this side. It's not fun to see me struggle. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to take the front down stop piece off. I'll bring it back when I've done it. That's that taken off. Let's see if I can do it a bit better now. Okay, that ain't gonna go. I must be missing something, and it's probably something to do with those removable channels at the back, but I just cannot see how I can do it. There ain't enough room. There must be a way, because people have done it, but I don't know that way. But I do know a way if you remove the down stops, so I'm going to do that. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, 5 minutes later, that rear one's off. Let's have another go. How easy was that? God blimey. How easy was that? You just saw me do that. It took me seconds, didn't it? Whereas I could not do it before with those downstops in place. The technique was to, well, you just cannot see, can you? To put it in and as far forward as it'll go in front of the channel, and then back into the rearmost part of the door, which makes the front end go into the front channel. And then because the window's narrower at the top, while you've got the top of the window in the front channel, you can get the back of the window in the rear channel. Then you can start lifting it up. I'm sorry I can't show it you, it's just too difficult. But God knows how you're supposed to do it with these things in place. Absolutely, I'm not going to say it's absolutely impossible, but it's impossible with my skill set. This rear channel is removable, which would make a big difference, but how would you get the rear channel in? I cannot see how you could do it. It's hard enough getting it in, you know, as it is. Okay, righto. I'll regroup, because that's been a bit tiring, that has. And I'll get the winder in place and see about, you know, getting it all in. God blimey. Shouldn't be that hard, should it? Well, that was quite a grueler. I kind of just evolved my own way, you know, like normal. I'll cut a piece of channel to go along the top and glue it in place. Okay, right. Well, there we are. Okay, I'm going to have a little break now, have a cup of tea and a piece of cake. So I'm pleased with that. I'm going to have lunch and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Cheers then. Bye. I've cut a length of channel. I've got a roll of this stuff. I used it on the pickup. So put that along there. I'm going to put some super glue on here, hopefully without dribbling it on the paint, and then wind this up, and hopefully it'll stick up there like that. Okay, you don't need to see me put a load of screws in there, so I'm going to stop the recording because I know I'm a bit low on card space on my camera. Okay, back in a bit. Hello. Yeah, there's the other garnish in place. I think it looks okay. Had a little bit of trouble with screws and things, but managed to get all of them in. Yeah, it winds up and down pretty nice actually, and it opens okay too. Yeah, it opens good. Really light. Bit annoyed about that. That was from trying to fit the glass. I'll have to try and touch that in. I prefer it with the channel at the top rather than that rubber stuff. So I'll probably change the driver's side. But I've got to do the back yet. Gotta do this one yet. So yeah, more of the same. This piece is in place. The back's possibly a little bit easier. These use the barrel nuts barrel nuts and short bolts. A little bit awkward. And I had to use this to put it in the hole and then pull it so this came in line. It was like out like that. So you have to leave everything else loose, do that, and then get them to start, and then leave them loose and get that one in. Now this hole here was a little bit oversized, so I've used an original one there. The original ones are a tiny bit bigger than the ones I've been using. So yeah, so that's not too bad. That screw wasn't very convincing, so I've just left it like that. These screws went very tight, and aware of them being stainless, I decided not to turn them too tight. I didn't want to snap them. So I think I'll back them out, put a drill in and put them in again. They must not be lined up with the original holes. There's a lot to it, isn't there? And I think that does look better with that black tape along there, so I'll put some on the other side as well. That looks pretty smart, to be honest. Okay, right. Look at that, it's looking all enclosed now, isn't it? Yeah, it looks good. Okay, right, progress being made. Righto, what shall I do? I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Okay, back in a bit. Well, I'm going to see if I can just get that rear one in place. Look, got that side in completely with the garnishing and everything. But yeah, that's in. I won't wind it up and down because I've got that channel in at the top that's the glue is set in. So I'll leave that. So yeah, that's more or less it. I put that black fuzzy stuff along there and along there. I think that looks better. That looks better, I think. Well, it looks better than it did. It does on the other side, rather. So, other than a couple of little remedial actions, which is to put the black stuff along there, put the black stuff along there, you know, other than that, it's looking good, isn't it? Oh, I'm not fishing for compliments. Yeah, I'll go put a piece of black stuff along there as well. Maybe a piece along there. Yeah, I might do a piece along there as well. The car sounds much more solid now with the glass in. So that's 5 pieces of glass out of 6 fitted. Pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Righto, that's going to do for today. I'm going to go and have a... Oh dear, what have I done there? Look at that. Wonder what I did there. It's annoying, isn't it? I think I might have hit that with the glass, you know, when I was trying to hit it, trying to fit it. That might be a scratch as well. Oh well, what are you going to do? You can't beat yourself up over things, can you? You do your best. You do your best. Got to put a couple of screws in there. Other than that, it's getting pretty well to the point where I'm ready to insure it and put it back on the road. Okay. Righto, that'll do for today's session. So, thanks very much for joining me in the garage. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then. Bye.